Hey everybody, welcome back to FSP Forex Stock Predictions. Hope you are all having a great day. I'm the Vortex Trader, and today we are just going to be going over some order blocks that I have taken the past few weeks on Euro USD. Let's not waste any time. Let's just get straight into these charts. To begin, guys, yes, it has been a while since I have uploaded a new video. There are a couple of reasons for this. Reason number one is that I do have another job, and sometimes that job can take quite a bit of time away from me, especially from me actually getting to the charts to record a video. I don't always have the time. It does not stop me from trading. I am continually trading. I am back testing. I am always looking for further opportunities in the markets. However, sometimes I don't have the time to come on and create another video, especially if the video is pretty much the same information that you would hear on my previous videos. So what are we looking at? All right, let's just go over some order blocks that I have taken on Euro USD in the past few weeks. This one especially right here is one that I do want to show you guys because we were looking at it on a previous video that I wanted to show you guys and tell you that if price came back down to this point, this was a great entry, and we can see the risk to reward was quite large. However, you all know that I do take profits at 1 to 2. However, this one was amazing. This one you could have gotten a 1 to 10 quite easily. But remember, we always have to start on the daily, which would help us see where is price going? Where are the major support levels? Where are the major resistance levels? What are we looking at? So on the daily chart for Euro USD over the past few weeks, over the past month or so, we can see that price, all right, has been trending upwards for quite some time now, and it formed a local support zone right at this line over here at around the $0.05 level. This was a support zone. We came back up, we came back down, we retested it, and now we sort of have been bouncing along this ascending trend line. So we established support, resistance, support, 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 which linked up nicely with this trend line. We did come back down and wicked beautifully on that trend line, and we carried on going higher. Currently we are again retesting this resistance zone, seeing are we going to bounce down, are we going to come back down to the trend line, are we going to carry on moving upwards, are we going to break this trend line, is this trend line null and void? These are all things that we have to take into consideration when looking for a setup. All right, so looking for long positions once price comes back down and retests this support line is okay. This is something that makes sense. We're looking for long positions. Price is testing a support zone. Makes sense to be looking for long positions. Now, with this specific one right here, it lined up beautifully with the support zone at around 1.07. Now, if we go back to the daily, 1.07 is another support zone and resistance zone in the middle of this deep one, 1.05 and 1.09, closer to 1.10 if we encompass this previous wick, this localized high right there. All right, but this middle line is just as important because we can see we tested it as resistance, we broke through it, flipped it as support, came back down, flipped it again as resistance, came back down to the 1.05 mark, came back up, retested again as resistance, came back up, flipped it again to support. So we can see that that is an important zone, and that 1.07 zone that I had marked up was exactly close to where this order block was happening right here. Now, let's look at the specific order block. We can see that it looked like a bullish flag, right? And we were discussing this in a previous video. I'm going to show you that right now. Where is the video? Right there, guys. So let me just, this is what we were looking at during the last order block video that I did upload. This was that flag. We were saying that this was a specific zone that we were looking to bounce off of. That one was a loser, right? But price did come back down and came back into this zone. 15 seconds left, right? So what happened once we came back into that zone? This is where that flag was, okay? Tuesday, the 21st of March, 2023. Just remember that date. Let's go back to the chart. There it is. There it is, Tuesday the 21st of March, and we can see it took some time, it took a lot of time to come all the way, because it went all the way up to that resistance zone and then came back down and wicked beautifully into that order block zone. So had you set up a pending limit order, a buy, right, you would have wicked beautifully into the order block zone, and Bob is your uncle, you would have made some decent profits, depending where you like to take your targets. Okay, so I take targets at 1 to 2. Yes, there was still money left on the table, but for me, I am a conservative order block swing trader on the 4-hour time frame. So 1 to 2 was beautiful. And that was the winner that we got. Moving forward, we can see we had a couple of other green ones. Guys, the green blocks are previous winners. The pink blocks are previous losers. There is no such thing as only wins. You will have losses, and you have to take notes of them and keep them diarized in your journal, just so you can go back at the end of each month or each week or each period or each cycle, however long you like to trade for. Go back and look at how you can perhaps tweak your strategy, get it better. Try not to take those counter trend trades unless there is really something that makes sense to you, right? Figure out a way to clean it up, right? Get rid of all the loose baggage, trim the fat, so to speak, so you can get better entries, tighter stops, and increase your overall win rate and your probability setups. All right, so we had a winner there. This was resistance, this one, this green one, because it bounced off of this 1.09, which was the major resistance on the daily level, and we came back down. So that was great. We had another one here. This was moving with the trend because we bounced off of that previous order block level down there, which was the 1.07 level, right? Increasing, going higher. This pink one was a loser, right? And that is all well and good. And my thinking is sometimes when I see two order blocks next to each other, and when I say next to each other, I mean either slightly above or slightly below, right? They don't generally work out as well. And we can see the same thing right here. This is literally today's trade. We had a winner last week, Friday. We had a winner. We had our little blue candle right there, right? This little sort of doji candle. We then broke that structure, breaking below the 1.09 resistance mark, right? Clearly closing below it with a gigantic wick, so to speak. Yes, it is there. However, this is on the 4-hour time frame. So the levels make more sense. To me, it doesn't matter if I see strong bullish momentum in the form of a crazy long wick, because look what happened then. It doesn't matter. Look, we had this gigantic red candle. So, take it with a grain of salt, but use it with your strategy. If this area is important to you and it makes sense for you not to take the trade, then don't take the trade. You have to backtest and you have to work out what works best for you. All right? So we had a winner right there, and you can see just below it, which was today's trade, the trade hit the stop loss. So just like we saw here, we had a winner below going long, and right above it we had another order block that did not quite work. We had a loser. Looking at it in the other direction, we are going short now. We had a winner, and right below it going short again. It did not work. So this might be something that I should look at myself going forward. Should I take those trades that are just below the previous winners? Is it something to think about? Definitely. All right, so this is how I look at my order blocks, guys. If you do not understand how I trade them, please check out my previous videos, because there is a ton of awesome information on all those videos. I explain so clearly exactly how I like to trade them. I will link a video that I did which describes how do I find and draw these order blocks on the charts, and you can find that at the top right hand corner of your screen right now. Check that video out, and you can always come back and watch the other ones. There are a lot. But that's how we learn, right? That's how I learned. That's how a lot of other traders have learned. Learn from your peers, find a decent mentor, and in no time at all, with consistent discipline. Discipline is so important. With consistent discipline, you will become profitable. All right, guys. So on that note, let's wrap up today's video. I will be making as many videos as I can, but I do have another job. I also have the website that I am working on, so there is a lot of things in the works. I am not MIA. I am always on the charts. Feel free to leave us comments in the comment section. You can always send us an email at info@forex-stock-predictions.com, and you can follow us on Instagram, right? You can find us. We are all over social media. All right. So, guys, I want to thank you all so much for watching. And if you find these videos helpful, please go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I will be seeing you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you later.